Okay, I am ready to start the luxury webinar. So a big thank you to everybody for joining us. I'm going to let the hosts introduce themselves at the moment. So Melanie, hello, welcome. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hello, hi everyone. It's great to see so many people from so many different locations and countries as well. I am here to represent the beautiful Standard Maldives. So delighted to be here, and hello to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Your price today is £50 voucher.
Yeah, Amazon voucher.
Super, thank you very much. We also have Jade. Jade, hello.
Hello, hi everybody. Thank you for joining today. My name is Jade and I represent Playa Hotels and Resorts in the UK and Ireland. And in particular today, I'll be talking about the Hyatt Ziva and Zalara properties in the Dominican Republic.
Super, thank you very much. Your price today, Jade, is the £50, $60 or euros, depending on where they are. Okay, super. Thank you. I'd also like to introduce Irina. Hello, welcome. This is your first webinar with us. Normally we have Andrea and we've had a few different people, but welcome, Irina. Tell us where you're from today.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for joining and thank you for inviting me. I represent Caesar Palace Dubai.
Yay. And your price today, we've got a £25 voucher for one of the winners that will go on to the Caesar's Palace Dubai Rewards Programme. So I'm going to hand over first of all to Melanie, who's whisking us away to the Maldives. Melanie, over to you.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks. Right. Well, everyone, buckle up. I'm going to take you on a seaplane ride shortly. And I'm going to take you to the beautiful island resort that is the Standard Maldives, which is absolutely stunning. So I'm going to start with a video just to give you an idea. And then afterwards, I'll take you through a little presentation, answer any questions that I can do, if you put them in the Q&A, and I can come back afterwards. Can you see my screen first and foremost? Yep, I'm presuming that's it.
Yep. Good.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I'm going to take you so you can see every color of blue, absolutely stunning resort. We're located in Ra Atoll, and that's going to be a 40-minute seaplane ride journey. It's really like an excursion in itself, actually, when you take that kind of, it's a sense of, you know, arrival when you come in a seaplane. It's really exciting. You can see the beautiful island, and then you come into an absolutely naturally beautiful island, and it really stands out. But I'll show you a little video that I think gives you a really good overview of the island resort, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about, you know, what it's great for. So as you can see, an absolutely beautiful island. And I think that video gives a really good kind of feel for it. You know, you can see the natural beauty. You can also see kind of like the look, the feel. It's a very contemporary resort in terms, it's quite modern. It's a different take on, you know, what you can do in the Maldives. And it's very inclusive. I'll tell you a little bit more about, you know, who comes to travel with us. So what we're looking at here is our overwater villas. And you can see we've got two categories here. We've got, well, two views, as it were. You've got the lagoon facing and the ocean facing. And then within that, you've got 1 and 2 bedroom categories. And then there's just down here, there'll be the residence, which is kind of like the most VIP. It's a 2 bedroom with a kind of communal area as well. I'll tell you a little bit more about that shortly. And then we also have villas on the beach as well. But, you know, for the first time that people come to the Maldives, generally they would want to be over water. For those that have been a few times, actually, people really love being on the beach too. And I think for a longer stay or for a honeymoon, I think it's really nice to start over water and then come onto the beach. For us at the Standard Maldives, the beach villas are slightly larger and they're actually an upgrade, which is different to the norm. And again, that makes it an attractive price point for the entry level, being these villas here, which is overwater lagoon. So it's a naturally beautiful, it's got a house reef. Again, it's a stunning resort. So you've got the lagoon area here. We'll see a little bit more shortly. Over here, we've got Beru Bar. So Beru Bar is a great place. This is where sunset is. And so it's a great place to have a sunset drink. And I'll show you some more images of that shortly. We just saw it on the video. It's adult only. So again, ocean facing, lagoon facing being the entry level. 115 villas in total. And as you can see, every single villa, whether they're over water or on the beach, nestled in here, has their own pool. So you've got a private pool, which is nice. Lots of sand, beautiful fine sand all around. It's just a stunning resort. So as I mentioned, we're in Hyatt, and that's about a 40-minute ride by seaplane. We've got our own lounge, which we opened a few months ago. So when you're in Male, your guests can actually be in our lounge. They're escorted into that before their plane takes off, and you obviously got food and drink, which is included within that. So here's a resort map. And just to give you a bit of kind of orientation, really. So as I mentioned, you've got Beru Bar over here. That's the adult only bar. Here you've got your entry level, overwater, lagoon facing, overwater, ocean facing. We'll do tactical offers every so often. You might see those in market. And when we have a villa upgrade, then it would be from lagoon to ocean. And the reason why that's considered an upgrade is ocean is looking out to the ocean, slightly more private. You can see these little snorkelers here. So basically, these are all the areas where you can actually snorkel our house reef. So within 50 meters of any villa, you can actually access the house reef. And it really is, it's feedback that people give to us that they absolutely love the fact that they can just literally steps into the ocean and you've got a house reef on your doorstep. Over here, you've got the residence. The residence is a really beautiful suite. That's what we saw on the video. It's got most of the 2 bedrooms connect via a deck. The residence connects via an internal kind of lounge area. And it's 2 bedrooms. So that's the most VIP. And then next to it, you've got the standard spa. For those people, and there's lots of people here from the States that may know that we've got a property in Miami, and that's known for its spa. So we've got that kind of DNA heritage already in the brand. So we have great treatments, very holistic. So you'll have things like breath work, you'll have obviously like Ayurveda. We have visiting practitioners that might be doing something like Reiki, acupuncture, Ayurveda. So it's more about that holistic thing rather than a brand associated like a beauty brand. We've got 9 treatment rooms, a hammam, a steam room, an aerial yoga area. And then what's also really nice is that we've got a separate pool area here, which is adult only. So if you've had a massage and you just want to chill out before or afterwards, you can do that there. So I think that's a really nice added addition. So for people that want to kind of like, you know, really relax and rejuvenate whilst they're on holiday, they can certainly do that with us. coming onto the island, and you can see walking around the island is going to take about 45 minutes. We also have bikes, which you can get around to the island too, and then obviously like buggies as well. But it's a beautiful beach. It's not overlooking anything else. And there's plenty for beach. It's absolutely stunning. If you're staying on the beach in one of the villas, you can see here, and we'll see if there's some images you would have seen on the video. It's really private. There's lots of vegetation and greenery. So it feels quite exclusive, quite romantic as well. And then obviously if anyone's coming with children and toddlers, they're going to be on the beach, and that, you know, they're going to feel safer with that. And generally that would be a rule from the tour operator anyway. We've got a kids club here, Little Sharks Kids Club, gym and tennis court. So plenty of things to keep you active should you wish to be. Coming down here, we've got Guda Guda. Guda Guda is our Maldivian restaurant. It's over water, absolutely stunning, really romantic. At night, it's all illuminated around, so you can kind of see the marine life at night. And you've got inside or outside dining. You leave your shoes at the door when you come in. So you come in barefoot, and then you've got kind of low tables and cushions, really amazing food. And that's going to be part of a dine around on the all-inclusive plus that we have. Then coming over here, you've got the barbecue shack, which is exactly what it says. It's literally the most chill restaurant ever. We're a 5-star resort, but it's a very relaxed 5-star. Has a bit of a kind of like chill out, you know, beautiful lounge music, gorgeous kind of decor, great food. Barbecue shack, you know, literally you've got your feet on the ground, sand beneath your feet, you know, sitting, you've got the sea breeze, cocktail, mocktail, barbecue food, reggae music in the background. And it's one of those things that you just go, ah, I'm on holiday, I deserve this. And then we've got a paddy dive center, water sports center, every water sport imaginable, really amazing team. So a lot of people obviously coming to the Maldives, they really want to do something like diving, or you could go snorkeling, see manta rays, you know, sea turtles, and we have extensive excursions that you can do. What will be included within any kind of board basis, we do everything from bed and breakfast up to all inclusive. Is you're going to get kayaking, you're also going to get stand-up paddle boarding as well, and windsurfing. So those are across all board bases. Then if you're on an all-inclusive plus, you'll get an excursion as well, and that'll be something like sunset cruise, you know, or, you know, dolphin cruise. So that's a really lovely thing to do, and obviously makes the holiday quite memorable. Over here, you've got Baby Island. Now, Baby Island can be somewhere that someone wants to do something really special. So when I was in resort, there was someone that was having a milestone birthday. They got a catamaran with their friends and family. It was a small group of 10 people. And they came over to Baby Island and had lunch on the island with like wine and beers and picnics. And that was how they wanted to celebrate that birthday. But equally, it could be a special romantic, you know, people think of the Maldives for honeymoon, and it's an amazing place for that. And we are amazing for that. But equally, it's a great place to actually propose to someone. And, you know, we're very inclusive. We're LGBTQ friendly as well. And we're a great resort for honeymoons, for proposing, for small groups, for families. We pretty much tick all the boxes. Again, you've got the village down here. Then you've got the lobby, rival jetty, where you come in and obviously meet the team, give you a warm welcome and a cool drink as you come off the seaplane. Then you've got the main pool area here. You've got Cooler Restaurant, which is our main restaurant, Juice Cafe, Toddy's Bar here as well. So that's the island, and that's a little bit of kind of orientation. Coming into the room product, I mean, this is a breakdown. There aren't too many categories. It's quite simple. You literally, as I mentioned, over water on the beach, 1 or 2 bedroom, and then we've got the 2 views, lagoon or ocean. Really modern, contemporary, everything you'd expect to have of a 5-star resort. Maybe you wouldn't expect to have a ukulele in the bedroom so that you can serenade your loved one, or our fabulous amenity wall here, activity wall really, which is what I like to think of it as a kind of like a grab and go with a difference. So you've got everything that you need here just to literally hit the, you know, the house reef that's on your doorstep. So the activity wall there, quite fun. People love having all of that and just grabbing it. And you've got steps into the ocean there, and your private pool just here. This is a 2-bedroom villa. So again, you can see it connects here via this sun deck lounge here. And then this is a residence that actually has an interconnecting kind of lounge area, as I mentioned before, and we saw it on the video. Beach villas, absolutely stunning, 137 square meters. The overwater, 110 square meters just up here. So larger, so as I said, great for families, toddlers, and for people that want that really kind of exclusive, like Robinson Crusoe feel. Waking up in the morning, coming out, you've got the whole beach to yourself. It's absolutely stunning. And again, it just gives you an aerial view, and you can see how lush it is, how beautiful the beach is, and then every hue of blue. So this is where, if you had children sharing the villa, this is a day bed. So if you had a third adult or 2 + 2 in a villa, then this is what you'd be using. And then our infamous, famous disco balls, so a sense of fun, and you see this coming across in Instagram. And actually, for those of you that sell via social media, we'll share our kind of content library, but you know, we've got great images, great videos, and the pops of color and the fact that it's a slightly different take on the Maldives really stand out. I'm conscious of time, so I'm going to whiz through the rest. This is a main restaurant, every type of cuisine served, international, great variety, vegetarian, vegan, everything halal. So really delicious food, inside or outside dining. Toddy Spa's got a kind of recreational bent to it, so a great place to come and play ping pong, table tennis, get creative, get competitive with your family, friends, or loved one. And then Juice Cafe, super relaxed, great place to have a bite to eat, cocktail, mocktail, read a book, got a lounge feel to it, and it just like feels like your own home. It's gorgeous, and you can overlook the main pool area, which is fun as well. Gooda Gooda, amazing Maldivian restaurant, super romantic and authentic, you know, and you know, great for groups, as I mentioned, as well as family. Barbecue Shack, my favorite, really delicious food. Beru Bar, where you can come and dance the night away, have a cocktail. We've got the biggest disco ball of the Maldives, glass bottom floor, and then that just gives you the overview there. So every water sport imaginable, an amazing spa. And as I said, we can do romance, family, groups of friends, solo travelers too. It's a very inclusive, warm resort. So I think that comes across as well. And single parent families, I think we're really good for that as well. So conscious not to take too much time, and we'll come back and answer the questions. But I thank you for being here, and hope you agree it's a stunning resort. That's me.
Super. Thank you very much. Apparently only the video is showing, Mel. The actual presentation wasn't showing, so I think he was looking at that but sharing with us the video, so I've just seen that.
Okay, what a shame.
But you can send out the copy of the presentation to everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Super, thank you very much. Okay, handing over now to Jade, who's taking us to the Dominican Republic.
Hello, everybody. I'll just share my screen. Perfect. There we go. So I'm talking about Hyatt Ziva and Zalara Cap Cana today that belong to the Playa family, which we'll look at in a little bit more detail in a moment. But firstly, my name is Jade, and I have the pleasure of representing Playa Hotels and Resorts in the UK and Ireland. So if you do need anything, please reach out to me at any time. It's exactly what I'm here for. My contact details are on screen, but I will do a follow-up email as well to include that information. So just a brief overview on Playa. So we actually have the 6 different brands that belong to the family, actually now 7, because we have a new brand in Cancun called Sea Dust. But Hyatt Ziva and Zalara is one of our 5-star luxury brands in the Playa collection. So we have Hyatts in all 3 of our locations, Mexico, Jamaica and Dom Rep. And what's really beneficial for agents and customers is that the brand consistency is completely there. So if you like the look of this one in the Dominican Republic, you can certainly then sell the ones in Mexico and Jamaica because the brand consistency is the same. So just having a quick look, just exactly where they are, that's a map of the Dominican Republic there. So you'll just see in the bottom, the Hyatt Ziva and Zalara are located in the Punta Cana area. So this is what it looks like. 2 wonderful hotels right next door to each other. So our Hyatt Ziva property, which is on this side, is our all ages family friendly property. And then next door we have the Hyatt Zalara. So this is our adult only Hyatt. and you have to be 18 or older to stay in the Zilara side. But what's lovely is that adults on the Zilara side can come over to Ziva and use all of the facilities, and any guests that are 18 or older on the Ziva side can go over and use all of the facilities at Zilara as well. So provided you're 18 or older, you can pay for one and, you know, stay and play in two, which is really, really nice. And just to look at this image in a bit more detail, I mean, every single room has a view of the ocean. So it's amazing because of the way that it's built. You can just see that from the images. So you haven't got to upgrade, you know, to a few different categories to get a nice view. Every single room has an absolutely stunning view at these properties. So I'm going to start with a short video.
Introducing the Caribbean's newest luxury resort. An all-suite, all-inclusive experience like no other. From the legendary mines of Hyatt, this changes everything. Nestled on the eastern shores of the Dominican Republic, rising up from the ultra-private, ultra-exclusive Cap Cana region. All-inclusive is reborn. All-inclusive has a name. Hyatt Zilara and Hyatt Ziva. One dimension of adults only, private, exclusive, intimate. One dimension of all ages, family, fleeting moments, fun. Minutes away from the airport, with 750 awe-inspiring ocean view suites. Endless sugar sand beaches with mystic seduction, beckoning the brilliant blues of the Caribbean Ocean. 14 bars, clubs, and lounges. Chefs from around the world perform their craft at 12 unique culinary venues. The Caribbean's first ever Orient Express dining experience on board an authentic rail car. Canapolis, the region's largest water park, sits just steps away from Ocean's Edge. The 23,000 square foot cenote spa that melts the senses. Another 14,000 square foot fitness center with personal trainers to challenge the norm of an all-inclusive resort. This is what you've been waiting for. This is that moment. This is Hyatt Zilara and Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana.
Okay, so that gave you a bit of an insight there to both resorts. So as you can see from that video, this is your 5-star super luxury option for families, all ages and adult only. So I'm going to focus on the Hyatt Ziva property mostly, just because we're a little bit stuck on time. But in the follow-up, I will put in some full information on Zilara as well. So looking a bit closer on the Ziva side, again, you can see just from the rooms how every room has that lovely view, and you've got the swimming pools there as well. So a couple of key facts. It's located only 15 minutes from Punta Cana International Airport, so it's a really short transfer. And the property itself is located in the exclusive and private gated community of Cap Cana. So for those that have been to some of my training presentations before, I never miss out this piece of information. But Cap Cana itself is a gated community, so it gives families especially that extra peace of mind. It's a really luxury estate. Mariah Carey and Enrique Iglesias actually own homes in this estate. So if you think about the kind of celebrities that are owning homes here and how luxury the hotel is, it kind of sets that for you. And I think we've all probably thought you could never put luxury and the Dominican Republic in the same sentence. But Cap Cana and certainly these Hyatt hotels are changing the way that luxury is in the destination. So it opened in November 2019. So it's one of our newest Playa properties, and it was built from the ground up. So this is quite interesting. So normally we take over a secondhand property, we close it, do the renovations, but we actually purchased the land and built this hotel from the ground up exactly how we wanted it. So we spent $250 million in making Hyatt Ziva and Zilara Cap Cana, and like I said, exactly how we wanted it. So there are 375 all-suite, all-view rooms on both sides. So you've got 375 rooms on Ziva and the same on Zilara, and they both have 6 restaurants each side as well. So it's super easy to remember. As I mentioned, the guests can cross between the resorts as long as they are 18 or older. And we also have a water park on site as well, which we'll look at in a little bit later. So that's really good for families, although there's always a lot of adults that are sliding down the slides because they're super fun. And the food here is just amazing. I mean, I've been to lots of all-inclusive resorts, but this really is the creme de la creme for food. So if you have foodies, we'll have a little bit of a look at the restaurants in a moment, but it really is a great place for those that really want a good food experience. So I'll just play another short video. So just looking at some of the room categories, I haven't got a slide in here for all of them because there are 12 different room categories on the Ziva side of Hyatt. But just looking at your lead-in room here, so the junior suite, they're really bright, really contemporary, really spacious and have a luxury feel to them. So these rooms come in a king or double bedding configuration plus a sofa bed. And for families, it will take 2 adults and 3 children under the age of 12. So that's quite unusual. Normally it's 2 adults, 2 children. So just bear that in mind. As long as the children are under the age of 12, you can actually fit 3 of them in these room types. So that's fantastic. So just looking at the Ocean View Junior Suite, so we do separate the categories out. So this is just called Junior Suite, but it has a view of the ocean. What the difference is that these are closer to the ocean itself. But of course, as I mentioned, in the standard rooms, you can still see the ocean. So again, the same occupancy. So 2 adults and 3 children can fit into these rooms. We also have our Junior Swim Up Suite. So these are located to the front side of the property. And you can have 2 adults and 2 children in these rooms, but children must be 13 or older to stay in these rooms just due to health and safety. And then just looking at one of our master suites. So these are really nice. Again, they're a bit closer to the ocean. You've got this big space with balcony, and you've got the tub on the balcony out there as well. And you've got a bit of a bigger living area, and there's just more space. And the maximum occupancy is 4. So that will take up to 3 children as well in these room types. And interconnecting rooms, obviously that's always really important. A lot of people always ask me about this. We do have a generic Playa cheat sheet for all of our properties in terms of where and how you can connect rooms. But just looking here on the Ziva side, so the Ocean View, the Club Ocean View and the 1-bedroom Ocean View master suites will interconnect. Agents can put in a request to the resort free of charge, and the hotel will try to accommodate that. They're normally pretty good at it, but obviously it isn't guaranteed. If you have customers where that is the absolute deal breaker and you need to have 2 rooms that interconnect, then the guest can pay to do that. So it's $30 per room per night, but obviously that's 2 rooms. So really it's $60 per room per night to do that. But as I mentioned, some customers, that is an important factor, and that is the cost for if they wish to guarantee the connecting rooms, and that will be paid locally when they check into the property. So just touching on club level, so we offer many club level rooms. So just to explain what you kind of get. So guests have a private check-in and check-out area in the hotel lobby. There are personalised concierge services. Premium brand liquors, this one's quite interesting because actually in any of the rooms and as part of the all-inclusive with the Hyatt brands in general, all of the drinks on the all-inclusive are premium brand liquors. However, in some of the club lounges, there will just be different selections, but all of them as standard are premium liquors on the all-inclusive. You get a couple of discounts for things like the spa and the salon services. You've got the club level lounge, which is a really lovely lounge. So you can check in and go and have a drink there as well. And instead of going to the buffet for breakfast, guests that are in club level will have exclusive access to certain restaurants that are on a rotation for an a la carte breakfast and lunch as well. And that will only be valid for club level guests. Late checkout based on availability, of course, and then there's a private club pool, which again you can only access if you're in a club level room. Our rooms also come with butler service. So actually, if you book the lead-in room category, you can choose to add a butler on, and you can do it for part or the entire stay. So actually, if somebody wanted to experience this and maybe wanted a butler for 2 days, that can be done, which is quite interesting. You don't need to book a butler room for the whole stay. So that's really nice for families that want to experience that little piece of luxury. Again, it's different rates for different hotels, and we do have cheat sheets, so I will share that with you. But just to have a look at the rooms that automatically come with the butler, it's our Club Ocean View 1-bedroom master suite, our Suite Club Ocean Views and Grand Master Suites, the Club 1-bedroom master suite, and of course the highest room category at the property, which is the Presidential Suite. And it's really good when you have a butler, you check in, you're assigned your butler, and you basically contact them through WhatsApp, which is super easy. So most of us have that nowadays, and it's really nice. You haven't got to go and queue at the concierge desk or go to your room to ring down to try and find your butler. He literally has his phone with him all the time, and if you want something, you can WhatsApp him and he will do that as soon as he can. So just looking at the restaurants, so we have the 6 different restaurants on the Ziva side. So Tempest is our Asian cuisine. So this is open for dinner. So you have your typical teppanyaki tables that do the live shows, and you've also got standard seating in this restaurant as well. And one thing to mention, not just with Hyatt, but every hotel in the Playa family, we don't require dining reservations. So that's really nice. You haven't got to worry about rushing to the restaurant or waiting for a little fob that will light up to tell you when your table's ready. It's simply first come, first serve. I've never had to queue when I've been at any of our resorts, and it's just really nice to not have to worry about getting any kind of reservations in for dine-in, and that includes all of the specialty restaurants. So all restaurants are included as part of the all-inclusive, no reservations, and we also don't wear wristbands. So I personally really like that, wear a wristbandless resort too. So Noodle and Thread is our very authentic Italian cuisine, and you can see from the decor how we really take this to a different level. You walk into these restaurants and you do feel that you're in that country having a meal, and our chefs are also from the native countries, so that makes the food just so authentic and traditional that every dining experience here is just really fantastic. So as I mentioned, it's our Italian cuisine, and that is open for dinner. We have Chinola, which is our beachside restaurant as well. So this is a healthy restaurant. So there's a lot of shakes, a lot of healthy options. So I'm never on a diet when I'm away, but some people like to eat well. This is a good restaurant for that. And it's just so nice to have that option and to have some, like it says there, don't expect any junk food. It's the freshest ingredients and it's a very healthy menu. The Navigator Grill, that's our Caribbean restaurant. So here we're serving Caribbean dishes, so there's a lot of fish, and again that is open for dinner. And El Mercado, so this literally translates to the market in English, and it's our buffet restaurant, and I absolutely love this place. So when you walk in, you feel like you're in a market. I mean, you walk through and you've got the Italian stand here, you've then got the seafood, you've got an Indian station, an Asian station. There is so much choice for everybody, and you actually don't help yourself. So you take your plate and you'll give that to the server, and they will actually put the food on for you, which kind of happened through COVID, and then we just stuck with it because it just keeps the place so clean and tidy, and you know, it's actually really nice. It's really a good thing. And the kind of food that they serve is just amazing for a buffet. I hosted my first fam trip here last year, and for lunch I had prawns and steak and tuna, and there was lobster and things, and this was just buffet for lunch. So you can imagine I was wondering what I was going to have for dinner, because that was a really amazing experience. And of course this is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, being the buffet restaurant. And Pronto, so this is located just by the pool, so if you just need a couple of snacks or a drink or just something to keep you going, then this would be where to get that. I'm just going to show you a short video on the food. And just very important to note that we do cater for all dietary requirements. So if you've got a gluten intolerance or any allergies, then they are catered for as well. So just good to know. It's a shame that we can't talk about Zalara. So just before I mentioned the water park, you saw in the video in the beginning that we have an Indian restaurant called Journeys, and you saw the big railroad train. So we always like to have a quirky restaurant. And on the adult side, this is such an amazing restaurant. You walk in and there's like a departures board, and you really do feel that you're about to step on a train and go to Mumbai. It's absolutely an amazing experience. And you can sit inside the old rail cart train and actually have your evening meal. And again, our chef is from India, and the food is just absolutely amazing. So just to mention one of the restaurants over on the adult side. So looking now at the water park, which is located on the family side, it's just fantastic. It's all included as part of the all-inclusive. You've got a lazy river, 5 water slides and water cannons. And we actually have 2 food trucks in the water park itself. So you can see one just there on the bottom right. And this is really nice because you haven't got to move all day. If you want to stay here from 9 till 5 and eat here and drink here, then you can do that. It's sometimes quite nice with families of smaller children. You haven't got to worry about getting dried and dressed to go back upstairs to have your lunch. You can literally stay here all day long. And like I said, I haven't got too much time to mention Zalara, but we've covered a little bit. But obviously, the state-of-the-art gym is located on this side, as well as the spa. And I will put some more details about Zalara in the follow-up. So for UK agents, this is where you can book us. We do work with bed banks and other third parties, but for the main guys, Gold Medal's our preferred B2B partner. We also are working with JTA and obviously the various other people that you see on screen. And lastly, just to mention Playa Rewards. So we recently changed this for UK agents in that you now earn points for your bookings. So any bookings that you make, please sign up and log them on playarewards.co.uk, and we will reward you with points, and it's completely up to you what you'd like to do with them. So you can turn them into cash or you can turn them into free night stays. So for those agents that are listening in from the US and Canada, your equivalent of this is your Agent Cash Plus. So if you haven't heard of it, just have a quick Google and check that out because it's the same thing. It's also the only way you can win fan trip places with us. We run a lot of competitions, and if you want to get on one of our fans, being a member is a good start with that. And we launch various competitions throughout the year. And that is all from me. Thank you very much.
Super, thank you very much, Jade. Okay, so we're now hopping back across to Dubai. Arena, over to you.
Let me take you to Dubai. Okay, I hope you see the screen correctly. Okay, perfect. Let's start with the quick video. So Caesar Palace, what makes it different from other hotels in Dubai? First of all, it's famous for its uninterrupted sea view. This is a resort which is surrounded, as you see on the picture, with a lot of greeneries. It has 5 swimming pools on the territory of the resort. And it has 2 beach clubs, 2 kids club, and a well-known spa center. And the resort is located 30 minutes drive from Dubai airport and within the walking distance from the JBR area. The resort consists of 3 buildings. So it's a Julius Tower, the Palace Tower, and the residences. So the residences is really convenient for those who wants to stay here for more than a month, for 30 nights and more. It is equipped with the full, it has a fully equipped kitchen, and the apartments there consist of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. For those who comes here for short holidays, we would recommend to stay in the Julius or the Palace building. What is the difference between both of them? Julius building is a more family-oriented building. It's perfect for vacation with kids. It has connecting rooms, and we can guarantee it. It has 2 kids clubs, while the Palace building is ideal for, I would say, honeymoon holidays, couples getaways, or maybe for a group of young adults, for group of friends. However, this is not adults only building. We will still accommodate here families with kids, just there are some restrictions in the standard rooms for the extra beds, for example. But regardless of what building your clients is staying, we would allow them to use the whole facilities of the hotel. So the guest of the Julius Tower can obviously use the area and the facilities of the Palace Tower, and the guest of the Palace Tower can go to use the pools and the beach side of the Julius Tower, while the guest of the residence obviously using the whole area of the resort. There are no restrictions on that. There is only one area which is going to be for extra charge in the hotel. This is the Cove Beach Club, which is located in the middle of the in between of Julius and the Palace Tower. This is the only chargeable zone. The rest is free of charge for all the guests. It's a private beach, 500 meters long, and the 5 swimming pools, the kids clubs, and the Venus Beach Club, which is adults only pool. The hotel has 178 rooms in the Palace Tower and 301 unit in the Julius Tower. We have more than 10 categories, so we will not stop on all of them. However, I just want to highlight the leading category. The leading category in the Julius Tower has 40 square meters, and in the Palace Tower, which is now on the picture on the screen, is 54 square meters. And as I mentioned before, there is a limitation in the Palace Tower. We cannot place an extra bed, and that's why the maximum occupancy in this room can be 2 adults and 1 child, 1 infant on the baby cot, or the child can be accommodated on the sofa bed, which is next to the window on your screen. But the age of the child should be not more than 5 years old. While in Julius, in the superior, in the deluxe room, we are more flexible, and we can accommodate the child up to 12 years old on the extra bed. And kids in our resorts are free of charge on the same meal plan as parents. So even the extra bed in the room where we can place an extra bed, we will provide free of charge. Majority of our rooms have a direct sea view, like on the picture here. However, there are different categories, and usually in the room type, in the room category name, it's already written what kind of view will be from the room. For example, deluxe resort view, it means that the room will be in the Julius Tower, and it will have a view overlooking the facilities of the resort with no sea view. If you're booking, for example, Premier Sea View, then you will get a direct view of the ocean. Now we will soon we will complete the project of the villa, and we will have 4-bedroom private villa with the private access to the pool and private access to the beach. Now you can see how it will look like, and hopefully we can invite you to try it and to see it in life. And also want to add about the rooms before we start with the restaurants, that we guarantee the connecting rooms. In the Julius Tower, we have a room that we call a Family Connect room, and this is the guaranteed connecting set. and this is perfect for the families. For the guests who are staying, and now for the summer, we have a special rates for our family rooms. Please check with your partners. And now for the guests who are staying in the suites, we're also offering some benefits for the summer. If you book it for more than 4 or 5 nights, you will get a complimentary one-way airport transfer from Dubai Airport, and also the guests of the suites are getting the complimentary breakfast in the room. Also check it with your partners. Now we can start to check what the F&B venues we have. First of all, it's our famous Hell's Kitchen by Gordon Ramsay. I'm sure you all know who he is. And this restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would like to highlight that the breakfast here is available only for the guests who are staying in the Palace Tower and for the suites guests. Dinner here is available for everyone, and it's also available for our half-board option. It's included in our dine around concept. Second restaurant is Dimandag. It's also by our famous Michelin star chef Alvin Lund. This restaurant is open for dinner. It has Chinese and Pan-Asian classic cuisine. Takahisa is our authentic Japanese restaurant, and this is the only restaurant which is not included in our dine around concept. And this is all of these three restaurants, they are located in our Palace building. Havana Social Club, it's for those who likes to dance salsa. On Wednesday, we are usually having the salsa night and the salsa lessons, which are complimentary for our guests. But this is only bar which is open for adults, 21 and above. Coming to the Julius Tower, we have here the Bacchanal restaurant, which is our all-day dining. It works for breakfast and the dinner, and it has international buffet. And this is our main restaurant for half-board guests. And every day you can try different type of cuisine. It can be seafood night, Arabic night, I don't know, whatever you can think of. And the second restaurant in Julius Tower is the Venus restaurant. It's our Italian restaurant, which is inspired by Amalfi Coast. And this restaurant is also included in our half-board concept. So now for the summer, we have a great offer. If you book a breakfast rate, you will get a complimentary double upgrade to HB Deluxe. It means that your guests will have a complimentary dinner in the resort, and they can have dinner not only in Bacchanal, the main restaurant, but also in Hell's Kitchen. They can try Dimandag, and they can try Venus restaurant as well. And also complimentary drinks included in the dinner, 2 drinks per person, and it can be alcoholic and non-alcoholic drink. This is the view from our Venus restaurant and Venus Beach Club overlooking the marina. So from the resort, you have a beautiful view over the marina, and also a beautiful view of the sea, which is undisrupted. And this is very unique and unusual for Dubai, because usually you don't have this views of like not overlooking the construction or any other buildings. So the hotel has 500 private meters beach and 5 outdoor pools and 2 beach clubs. 3 pools are located in the Palace building, and the 2 pools are located in the Julius Tower. One of them is for adults only, which is our Venus Beach Club. And on the picture is the Fortuna pool, which is suitable for both adults and the kids. We have award-winning spa center in the Palace Tower, where you can try different type of treatments and your body and soul can relax. And obviously, we don't forget about our young Caesars, young guests, and we have a full program for them in Empire Kids Club. And also we're thinking about our teenagers, and we have a separate kids club for them as well. From 12 years and above, they can use it free of charge. This is all from my side. You can always ask the questions and I will be happy to answer.
Super, thank you, Irina. Lovely to see the resort again, and I love the video of the music. So we're great with that one. Okay, Melanie, your slides weren't working. Would you mind tomorrow we'll record your slide presentation and send it out to everybody just so that they've got it. Rather than just the presentation out, we can do the whole shebang.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And thanks for everyone that are writing notes that we didn't see. So yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
perfect. Okay, we'll do that and we'll get it sent out for everybody.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff. Okay, we've got a couple of questions. Jade, is there a fee for connecting rooms at Ziva? You're on mute.
Yes, so as I mentioned in my slide, it's $30 per room per night to guarantee the connecting rooms, but of course it's 2 rooms, so it's $60 per room per night.
Super. Okay, Michelle's asked a question. I'm not sure who it's for. I think it could be you, Irina, or it could be Jade. Is this traditional butler service or more of a concierge service? So did somebody mention butler service?
Yes, I did. That's probably me. So
Okay.
no, it is a traditional butler service. So they will do everything for you.
Super. We've got a question. Is English spoken at the resorts?
Yeah.
English will be spoken at every resort. So yeah, no problem with that one. And Gina's asked, where can US agents book? I would like the slides and videos to share to clients and for agents. Jade, I think this may be for you again. So this will be referring back again to the agentcashplus.com.
Yeah, so if you go on to Agent Cash Plus, there's actually a contact page, and all of the BDMs for Canada and US are actually listed in there. So I would suggest that perhaps you go on and find your retrospective BDM and get in contact with them for that.
Super, thank you, Jade. Irina, Andrea's asked, can people that don't stay at Caesar's Palace Dubai access the bars and restaurants?
Yes, sure. Any restaurant is available. Just you need to make a booking. You can also come to use the facilities, the beach and the pool. The booking is available on the website, and the price for using the pool and beach facilities will start from 290 dirham per day and 50% redeemable for food and beverage. But this is for the weekdays. The different price applies for weekends. And for the restaurant, yeah, just the normal reservation is required.
Okay, perfect. I think everybody's a little bit overexcited by Demon Duck, which is a phenomenal restaurant. So thank you very much for that. Jade, Alicia's asked, how do you book the butler service for leading rooms or for parts of the stay only? Can that be done?
It can. So once a reservation is made, you can reach out to the concierge team at the hotel and they will tell you how much that will cost for however many days, and they can add that on for you. Again, we do have contacts for the concierge team for all resorts that I can share with you.
Super. Sorry, that's my cat's fighting. Typical. Okay, so now if everybody can go to chat and make sure that your drop down says everyone. Every single person on the webinar today gets a prize draw entry. So if you answer these questions correctly and you're the first person's name that we shout out, you get 10 entries. And then tomorrow I put everybody into a spin to win. The spin to win announces the winner, and then I'll advise you all tomorrow if you are the lucky winners. So if you're in chat, I'm going to ask Jade. She's here first. Jade, what is your question, please?
So I actually changed it in my mind. I'm going to go in for a really hard question to see who's been paying attention, because this was not on the slides. It was something that I simply said. So when I was talking about the restaurants on the Zalara side, our wonderful Indian restaurant, could you please tell me the name of it?
Oh,
I
think restaurants are always hard to.
Yeah, especially when
remember.
visually I didn't have it on the screen. It was just kind of talking, but we have got some correct answers.
So the Maharaja's Express, is that correct?
No, and Tempest is our Asian on the family side. That is incorrect. Journeys is correct. So Neil was the first to say that. Well done, everybody else that said Journeys. You were listening to me.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. I think it was where it came with the train. Everybody's focused on the train. Super. Thank you. Irina, your question, please. For moving across the Caesar's Palace Dubai.
Well, I will have the very easy question. So who can tell me how many swimming pools we have in the resort?
Lynn, 565.
500 years, like too much.
Okay, so Mary said 5. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
5 is the correct answer.
Super. Mary, you have been entered 10 times. Okay, and last but not least, we've got Melanie.
I'm going to change my question because the first one was on the map, which you'll see on the next recording that comes out. So instead, how many villas have their own plunge pool? There you are. Yeah, we've got some right answers there.
Okay.
115.
Oh, most of them are right. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, I answered that already, so it's coming through, but
Peter was the fastest with 115.
there
So
you are.
Neil, Mary and Peter, you are all entered with the 10 points. So a big massive thank you to Jade, Arena and Melanie today for the super amazing presentations. Keep sending your bookings their way. They're completely trade friendly. They want to work with you. For all of the hotels, you can log your bookings. Melanie, you'll be on the Indian Ocean rewards. Jade has got the Agent Cash or the Player rewards, and Arena's got Caesar's Palace to buy rewards. So a big thank you to everybody. Thanks for sharing your time with us today. Hope you've learned a lot, and we'll see you all next week. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks for having
Thank
us. See you
you.
later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.